Hello again. The last year or so, maybe more, maybe less, I don't know. I've seemed to come across a project that I didn't know that I was doing. Um, Inadvertently or inadvertently, who knows? But it seems to actually had this effect. Um, and today well, in this video, not today, I am going to complete this project, or hope to. What is that, you ask? Well, you see this machine right here. Um, Everything's accessible. No, that's nice. Especially the boot media, another drive. Well, I was doing that, well, just for the media, just for the drives, to be accessible from outside the machine on all the machines that are hooked up down in this basement. So, what have I done so far then? Well, on this machine, this is the main machine down here. The SSD is actually located. This is actually a pretty nice, OEM case. But here we go. Pull that out. I have an Icy Dock that's here, and then there's a SSD in there. That is accessible. Oh, yeah, from outside of the machine. I've done that to this machine too. Here is a SSD right here, SATA SSD, accessible from outside of the case. This has the exact same thing. There's an SSD. Internally, there's an IDE adapter to SATA in there, but there we go. That's nice. This machine has a compact flash adapter bracket in the back. I can't show you in the back because it's going to be dark, but believe me, there is a compact flash adapter bracket that, I can put the SD flash card in there and take it out when needed. Well, speaking of SD, I have a video about this one that I did. Actually, there was a video about doing it on this too. The SCSI 2 SD adapter has an adapter that goes out to the back, where I've been popping in and out SD cards, trying out different OSs. And actually, that is the main point of this video. Well, the main point of this project, I guess, to make all of these machines have boot media that can be changed out on the fly. Not on the fly, you need to turn off the machine. But if I want to do another OS, I don't have to worry about doing a backup or partitioning and multi-booting or anything. All have their own drive. Well, in addition, this has one of those same SATA SSD things in front. This is for a server here. And then, finally, this machine's OS is actually on that USB drive back there. It's not a live Linux boot. It's actually a full install that's installed onto that, customized and everything else. So that's accessible from outside, just in case I need to, And I have had this happen where this machine had an update, and it would blank out the screen, and instead of me trying to work through that at that point, if you want to know, the outcome is a no mode set type of thing for just booting up, just using generic drivers. So whatever. Well, just pop in the backup and off you go. So there are a few other machines here that don't have that option, and that's what we have to fix. What do we have to fix it with? Okay, we have some parts. Let me take this apart. Well, this is kind of embarrassing because I guess I purchased more than I needed to. Here is another external bay and I thought it was just for, I thought it was a 3.5-inch size bay for 2.5, but it's actually a 5.25 for 3.5, which then comes with an extra sled for 3.5 to 2.5. Since I thought that this was a 2.5-inch thing, I really should have just gotten another one of those StarTech. No, these things are just awesome. So I ordered a 5.25 to 3.5 black plate adapter, because it's going to go into here, this right there. For the other ones, and I don't have one of the other parts yet, it's going to be coming in tomorrow. These are old school. I don't know if these are new or anything, but yeah, these are IDE, 3.5-inch IDE external bays, and there's a glare on there. So this is IDE. These are for this machine, which I'm keeping IDE. I'm not putting SATA in there. And for this guy. So let's start opening this guy up and getting its SSD out and having it from the outside. 10 minutes later, this guy's in. Probably the longest time it took was to make sure that the sleds, that uses sleds and it can be adjustable, are the correct, as far back or far in as it needs to be in order for it to be flush. Which I guess with these rounded things, it's less of an issue. There's less to actually see. But as it stands now, this is only hooked in with one screw. So, you know what? That's not bad. Actually, I kind of like that better than the StarTech. Although the StarTech, I probably just could have went with one screw anyway, because these are solid state. But I don't think it goes in all the way. I think what it does is that, because when you open it, then it slides out. So that could be a little fickle. So yeah, there we go. Of course, sanity check. Wrong button. No, that's the right one. Okay. 1 second. I think. Well, ain't that a kick in the head? The power supply went. Yeah. Honest to God. I mean, like, I plugged it in, and yeah, as you saw, there was nothing. Spent another 10 minutes looking for a friggin' paper clip to get the power good and ground together, so to see if it's the motherboard or the power supply itself. It's the power supply. The power supply went, for God's sakes. What in the world happened there? So yeah, well, got this power supply from another Dell, actually. Who cares? Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna button this thing up, replace the optical drive, because this doesn't have any Molex, and I guess I'm SOL with the floppy drive for now, I guess. Not like I use a floppy drive on this thing anyway, but it's just there. But yeah, what a kick in the teeth. But it works. So yeah, I'm buttoning this thing up. Possessed. What an absolute ordeal. So yeah, there we go. We have another Dell power supply in there. No Molex. That is my only SATA optical drive at this point that's free. I mean, all these are IDE, so that's not helping. Where did I put it? Oh yeah, this guy. So I was thinking of, yeah, this has SATA, and oh look, there's a floppy on here. This dude doesn't work in there. I really don't get it, I swear. I popped in the paper clip in here, and the fan is spinning, everything else, but I guess the watt, it's drawing too much, I guess. It doesn't want to do it. But yeah, okay, so this guy's in. Just need to like screw it in. I'll show you it buttoned up. But yeah, this is a lot more video than I thought it really should be. Sorry. Well, this is 2 days later, and I just felt like a dolt because I was starting to work on, getting the. I forgot how hard, like, how easy it is to open this up, but then you forget how easy it is, and you try to pry things open, which shouldn't be pried. Anyway, I was working on that. Found out, yeah. Okay, I bought the bays. I bought the trays. I mean, I didn't buy the bays. So the bays are coming in Tuesday. Today's Saturday. So I decided to move on. I got the external version of the XT-IDE. Right now I'm gonna. It's the default BIOS is the XT version. I'm gonna be putting in hopefully the AT version. I tried this before on this device. Well, I had another one there too. It's like these are the. It just wouldn't want to run. These had problems writing to like the BIOS that it needed. So I'm gonna try it on here. I'm first gonna actually make a copy of whatever's on here right now because I know it works, and move on from there. But yeah, this is how I'm gonna get the external CF on this guy because I can't. Well, I like this. But it's all internal, and like I said, I have a bug up my ass. I need to get everything external. So I'm gonna try this dude, and wish me best for flashing these ROMs because for some reason they never work right for me. I don't know. Let's see. So I was losing my mind there for a bit. It was about like 30 minutes that completely flabbergasted, and so when I got this, I know it's a common thing. It's like the BIOSes are out there and everything, but I took this BIOS and made a I saved it, using one of the programmer things, just in case putting the AT BIOS on there does not work, and it did not work. It did the exact same thing that it was doing, like when I was trying to do with this and everything else. It would beep at me. But then again, too. No. It does it on when it's connected to a 700 megahertz Pentium 3 that I have for a test bench. So I restored it to the original factory BIOS, and it was not working. It did not detect the CF card anymore. It did the first time, for sanity check to test it out before time. Well, in popping the chip off, I flipped the high-speed button on it. So, 30 minutes of frustration of it. It's like, did the card die? No, it worked on another system. Whatever, But still, the main fact is, I can never get updated BIOS on any of these systems, on any of these XT-IDE. I don't know. I am completely confused, and every time I try to run XT-CFG on here, or even on the other machine, it says the software is receiving a different byte than was written, and then it just craps it out, and then I have to actually flash it using that programmer. So I tried this before, but the funny thing is I did not see it all the way through. Okay, it's yeah. What is it? Yeah, it's a replacement for, you know, a Dallas real-time clock, which has been in here forever and obviously is dead. Every time the system booted up, it gave me a 161, 163 error. So last time I did it, I had this for a while. I popped it in, and it's like, oh, it doesn't work. I kept getting the 161, 163, and again, I'm an idiot. I am completely an idiot sometimes. No, a lot of times now, I guess. Yeah, you need, like, configuration. It's like, how do you configure a PS2? Well, yes, you need, you know, a floppy drive, a floppy disk. You know, so booting it up, it fixed the 161 error, the 163 error, incorrect time or time and date. Well, look at this. We have, you know, I'm putting in 2022. Is it Y2K? I don't know. I should have probably looked that up before time. Now, I know I've been talking for a while, and this day, the date did change. Okay, cool. So it is counting. That's nice. So we have that, set date and time, set configuration. I think this is, I don't think I need to do anything here. You know, view configuration. We have 1 meg of RAM. I still not was able to, still was not able to. You can't really upgrade this RAM. It's in my other, you know, videos about it, but yeah. Anyway, I think we're good here, and we can quit, and we can restart the system, and we shouldn't need the floppy, and we should not have any 161 and 163 errors anymore. Cool. And look at, yeah, I found it. Great English, Matt. And yeah, that is working like that. At first, I was, I got a little nervous because you see that there's a board connector there for, you know, the floppy connector for additional power. It's like, oh well, that's one of the things. This doesn't have power to spare. So. Hey, look at that! February 19th, 2022. Okay, then. That's the first time in a long time this thing has actually... And this is a XT-IDE product. Who made this? I don't know if Glitch works. But it's actually a DS1287 Plus, I believe. But if you're looking to see if one of these things actually works in a PS2 Model 30, there you go. Now, if this dies, you just replace the coin cell. No more Dallas. Anyway, putting this back, and I don't. What's my next thing? I was going to try bumping up the PC 6300's XT-IDE to XT Plus. We'll see. I don't know why it became part of the project, but that black adapter, 5 1/4 to 3 1/2. Okay, I'll put it there. Get a black faceplate for that. So, I mean, the optical drive was black. That's going to be black. It's like, half. Nah, all of it black. So, you know what? That's it for today. Like I said, I don't know how it came part of the project. That has a compact flash. The XT-IDE that has a built-in compact flash adapter on the back. I'm just booting that up to make sure everything works because, you know, plugging it in again, you know, just like that machine. You know, plugging it in, it's like, hey, the power supply died. Well, okay, I'm not going to jinx anything, but this is it for this part of the video. You know what? I might just upload it like this. I'll do the rest of it in a separate video because I think, yeah. That sounds good. So, signing off for now. Next week, I'll get the bays that I need. Bye. I lied. I'm continuing. Got two the bays here. Different companies, but I guess it's a standard. Because both of these are exactly the same. They both take the caddy. I know that this would have, because it's by the same company. But this one is like, I don't know. Yep, no, it works. You'll see it in there. I do have to say, every single aspect of getting this in here was an ordeal. Every single one of them. This case uses... I don't want to take it apart. I swear to God, I'm not going to take it apart. It uses these rails that, well, I did not have for these drives. I had it for this one. So this is just like held in by, just by will, by force of will. So I was using those, but it doesn't line up with drives like this. This has the proper one that was from here. This one's held in with those that were from here, but held to the side of the drive through double-sided tape and sheer will. This case has, you have to watch out for this. Learn from my mistakes here. There's pins on top and the pins on the bottom, like grounding metal that sticks up, and it snags on every single fucking surface of these things. Horrible. Like this was snagging. Yeah, you know what? The cover broke right off. The pin came right off. Beautiful. I love that. Nothing went smooth with this. Nothing. And I wanted it to be the second one here. I didn't want to try it with it having this much clearance in back. That's on top. That's on there. Drive in the bay. Way too much effort on my part with this project. I have to slide, slippity slide, all the way from the back. And then you enter I'm asking myself, no, that's fine. That's fine. That's how it's supposed to be. It's just that they're supposed to be on top there. Part that broke off. Yeah. Asking myself, was this actually worth it? Now, I am going to, that is number 3. I'm going to turn this on. Hopefully. I mean, I don't know why I'm so scared about turning on a machine now. Well, maybe because one of the other machines decided to give up the ghost when turning on, when trying to power this up. So, alright, we're number 3. There we go, 3. Number 1. Here we go, is that number 1? Yes. Powers up. Okay. Okay. Next one. I'm in the middle of doing this one. Last one. But sad day. I can no longer use that guy in this. This drive was in this case for its entire life. From July 1994. It's always been in that case. I assume. because it came to me with it. It had always had the drive letter on there as D, but the depth of this drive, I can't put that on the bottom because right there, yeah, it's going to interfere with the RAM. That drive is just a little too, original drive is just a little too long. It's going to go, it did. So, not the drive itself, but the power. Power would not clear. So hopefully this drive works. I would not be surprised if it doesn't. I don't think you want to know how much of a pain in the ass that was. I'm putting that back on. We have old Mac Store 20 gig. And see, that's how it's supposed to look with the door. And the other one is door no more. Wow. Yeah. Oh, I tested the optical drive. Tested the optical drive. Did it unplug? Oh, come on. Come on! So my excitement for this project really is waning, but I'm seeing it through. I don't know if it's a thing where, I mean, these should all be compatible with each other, right? I mean, this is made from a different manufacturer than, the tray is made from a different manufacturer than the bay, but they all use like the Centronics type of connector on both sides, you know? But, you know, as you saw, it's like the thing wasn't spinning, so I'm guessing that there was a problem with the 12-volt power, and I could not get 12 volts. And I traced it out, that pin over there, that's sticking up because actually it was pushed down a bit. I mean, I was thinking that, you know, this is not getting the 12 volts needed. I don't know, but yeah, instead of faffing about with that right now, I could try it again later on another machine and whatever and see what happens, but I want this done, so yeah, why don't I just buy one that's the bay and the tray, you know, and the same product, you know. And it took me up until looking for something like this till I realized exactly what I'm looking for. It's called like mobile rack. And you know, so if you're searching on eBay, all of them will be like mobile rack RH or you know, Castle, Data Castle, something like that. And I think this one's a Lee, right? Yeah, so yeah, this is gonna get put in there. Finally finish up. Does this work? That's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. There's something wrong with this power rail on this What? Hold up. Oh boy. If anybody was watching that, I heard you. I heard you. Oh God. Yes, it requires the key to be in that on the other position. So this is the one that I said wasn't working with the bay from one company, the other one from another, and it says it should work. Yes, it does. It just needs to be turned on. Holy shit. And this is the new one, and that new one's going to be in there, but I'm just testing out the other one. It's like, yep, it worked. Did not need to buy that. I am an idiot. I am a complete... In my defense, this thing actually works in that with the unlocked. I swear, I'm gonna try it again, but it's like, no, that works. That is working. So you'll see it buttoned up, but it worked. So I mean, yes, I'm gonna lock it, but I'm stupid. So yeah, well, live and learn. Live and learn. Well, why didn't I try that before? Whatever. I see the finish line. It's in sight. But to continue on with my wild tangents on all of these machines, something going wrong, something being changed. I was not planning on doing this, but I added a 100 ATA 100 card to the Windows 98 machine because I realized that the onboard IDE probably limited to a 32 gigabyte limit. Now that's not a huge issue. Well, it wasn't, because I mean it's all had like this 20 gig hard drive that's now in this case, but just in case, you know, put in a 250 gig, let's say. So, you know, it's not for the actual speed, it is actually for making sure that we can detect larger size hard drives. But in that, it was about 30-40 minutes of PCI card musical chairs. This is like the only configuration right now, and the network card is right in the middle of it, where the everything is actually detected. This is the only configuration. I popped in this card with how it was set up before, just popped it in a free slot. Nope, it wouldn't detect it. I changed it to the place where the network card was. Okay, it detected it. Then I put the network card in the PCI slot. So it's one of the other things, they were not being detected all the time, depending. And actually, I had to change the network card because this Netgear just refused to work in any slot then, and it refused to play nice with this. So I don't know. There's an Intel-based one down there, which I have absolutely no clue where I got that from. That's just in my pile of stuff, but it works. And like right here, we have the Ultra 100, you know, and that's just for that. And it's a 8255X base, and Windows 98 actually had the drivers for that. I needed to install the drivers for that separately, but Windows, you know, the system ran even without drivers for that. Almost done, I swear. And no, I couldn't just leave well enough alone with the Dell in the beginning losing its floppy drive because I have no connector for it. SATA to Molex and Berg. So, yeah, that works. Conclusion. We saw this one before with that nice tray there. This one had this before. That one has a CF bracket and back. We got this working. This is working. Yeah. SD card adapter or extender in back for the SCSI to SD. This has a new XT-IDE that had an externally accessible CF card. That was there. That's in there, and that wasn't necessary. So yeah, I don't know. Unless it's just a different brand that requires it to be locked or unlocked. It's locked now, but it was working with it. I'm off of that, and this guy is doing that. So any of these computers I can put on different OS, And actually I was playing around with this one before too. So it has a different, I have, this is the drive with OS 9 and 10.4 on it, and I could have put it on there, but manually partitioning it, you know, was easy enough to put in a different drive here that playing around with OpenBSD. So that's one of the fun things to do. Try different OSs without worrying about partitioning. Just pop in a new drive and you're good. So that's it. I know this is long. Hope you enjoyed it. I kind of didn't. So anyway, bye.